Hey, long time no see. It's definitely been a while. Long story short, moving was crazy, but furnishing and decorating this place was even crazier. And so, after a little bit of a YouTube hiatus, I am here to share the process. I'm ready and I am back. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Z. I'm a tattoo artist and also a big fan of home decor and interior styling. And about 4 months ago, my partner and I bought our first apartment together in New York City. Or I guess Brooklyn, because someone will correct me. And if you haven't watched the 3 videos about the home buying and moving process, I will have them linked here or below. Without further ado, let's get into a compilation walkthrough type video about all the small and larger steps that we took to make this place feel really cozy and magical. And so as a refresher, this is what it looked like before. It was a really white and blank apartment. And so let's start off with talking about making a bedroom for Puffin. Puffin is our beloved dog. He is right behind me having a huge nap because we took him out earlier. But anyway, because we got to have a larger space that we could call home, he also deserved to have a larger and cuter bedroom because a little boy needs a cute bedroom in order to hang out and chill in. He is crate trained and he absolutely loves his crate, especially when we're chilling in the living room or eating dinner. He loves to just kind of lounge in it and chill out, and it's his safe space. So I wanted to get him a little bedroom that had a window that was more horizontal, so he could kind of watch out and see what was going on everywhere. And so that's what we did. I found a MCM style crate from 77 Bark Ave. So 77 Bark Ave sells wooden crates and they're so beautiful and super easy to put together. And he absolutely loves it. When I'm working, he just lounges there. We've made a corner out of it. We've put in a couple like plant lights above it, put up a little like tapestry hanging for him. So it's truly Puffin's corner. And then the next thing that we did after that was probably add in the speakers. The speakers are such a beautiful part of the apartment because they really establish where the living room is and they really make it seem like, you know, we're really into music, which we are. My boyfriend is super into music, so we thought it'd be really cute to have some large vintage wood speakers in the living room. So I found some of these. They were on Craigslist. Here they are, super beautiful. They're like vintage Sansui, I think it's called, Sansui speakers, and we're just gonna hook them up and try them out right now. So this is the final arrangement of the speakers. We have one speaker here and then one over here, kind of sandwiching these 2 nightstands that we turned into a media unit. Love the way how all the walnut tones really came together. Like they aren't even a set, but they look like a set. I love that MCM furniture is so cohesive like that. And the way that it works is it goes through this stereo and it's also linked up with our Alexa over here. So, you know, I can go, Alexa, play jazz music.
The station, instrumental jazz.
And so now it's playing out of these speakers. Don't you love it? Alexa, stop. Yay! Today I am opening my rug. This is something that I hope is my dream rug, but I'm not 100% sure because obviously I bought it online and then I'm not sure if the colors match. I've bought a couple rugs before where I thought the color was gonna be one way and then it ended up being another one. So I've been anxiously waiting to open this guy. Here we have her. Of course, my dog wants to do a rug scrub, as we like to call it. He likes rubbing himself on all types of rugs, all the time. Every time he sees a rug. Shopping for furniture is such an ordeal, especially when you're going to buy new pieces. So I try to source a lot of vintage items, but sometimes I can't find the things that I need. So I love to go to the DWR outlet store because they really discount their furniture. Especially there are like a couple times a year where they'll do like 20% or 30% off of all the stock or certain type of stock. I went here to take a look at some of their rugs because I really needed a rug at the time. Ultimately, we didn't find one here, but what we did end up picking up is our lamps. So it's been a dream of mine to have those large scale Herman Miller lamps, and we got the large ball and a saucer. So we are taking a look at installing our Herman Miller ball lamp, and we're thinking of different placements. So we think this one could be good. This is in the office, and then here is the saucer shape in the office. And we had our electrician Ed. He was so helpful with helping us figure out how to put them up. We ultimately decided to put the large ball lamp in the office and then the saucer in the bedroom, because I feel like the bedroom, it's really dark navy blue. It's kind of giving like a night sky vibe. So the saucer was giving kind of a space age feel, which I really liked. And that ended up being like the best configuration because in a way, the office is where we spend time during the day. So the large ball was kind of giving like a big sun. And then in the bedroom, it was like more of a saucer UFO shape because it's nighttime and that's when you would see a UFO. Duh. And so really we just did a series of a lot of vintage shopping. So we went to like different vintage furniture stores all over Brooklyn. And I was on the search for a MCM wall unit for my studio area, for my art supplies, and just keeping everything tucked away and tidy. And we came across a brand new vintage store that had a Yugoslavian wall unit, freestanding, and it is so beautiful, and it ended up being perfect for our space. I mean, what's really nice about these MCM wall units is that they are configurable. They are modular, so you can kind of configure, you know, like whatever you want, wherever you want on the whole piece. I use it obviously every time that I work. I pull out my supplies, and I just like that everything feels very organized. It's been a dream to kind of source more vintage shelving and organization. That is where our other modular wall unit comes in. I don't have an ID on this wall unit, and it's one that everyone always asks me about on TikTok and Reels, but I don't know who's the maker of it, but I know that it's from the 1970s, and it's very similar to the Paul Cadovius, I think it's called like Cato system. We were really lucky to source this 1970s mid-century modern wall unit off of Facebook Marketplace, and honestly, like some of my favorite kind of details on it are the timbre doors and also the magazine rack, because it's so sick to have a magazine rack, and we just display a lot of my trinkets on there. It's probably where I put some of my like most prized possessions. And then ultimately, in order to section off that area of the living room, create a very separate studio space, I wanted to install a curtain track system because I'm not into the flex walls, especially when you don't need them. So I got the Nordic Knots curtains. They are so beautiful. I've never had like merino wool curtains, and it's such a luxury, honestly. They are not cheap, but very worth it. And so these curtain tracks, we kind of just like pull them across, and I can create as much privacy or as much openness as I want. And another reason why I love the curtains is because I like to say that they are kind of a scarf for the apartment. They kind of round out the edges because it's, again, a really long rectangular space. We like to eat dinner in that area as well, and so if you want a separate dining space, you can also pull it out. I really recommend using a curtain for any area that you don't want to like carve out necessarily with a wall, but you want some kind of privacy. It's perfect for that. This series will definitely continue. Essentially, I just want to walk through more and more in depth about all the little steps that we took to make home feel like home. And these were kind of the very beginning steps. We have achieved a lot more, as you can see by now, so there is lots to talk about. I just kind of wanted to get the ball rolling with the YouTube again, and so hopefully you enjoyed this video about all the little steps that we took to start this space, kind of jumpstart the vibe, and I will be back with more. You'll be sure to see it. I also want to do like an apartment tour again and a lot of other things, but for now, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I am so pleased to be back, and you will be seeing me again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!